Hello, and welcome to our AP Virtual Information Presentation for Students and Parents. I am Mr. Rodriguez, Assistant Principal for Curriculum and Instruction. This virtual presentation has been produced for students and parents to view together to assist them in making AP course selections. Teachers will provide information on the rigor of the curriculum, expectations, and requirements for students enrolling in AP classes. Students enrolled in an AP Advanced Placement class or classes are required to take the AP exam for the AP class they are enrolled in. It is very important that you choose classes carefully and are approved by the designated AP teacher. Upon acceptance from the teacher, the student is committed to remain in the class for the full school year and meet all the requirements outlined by the College Board and the offering teacher. AP classes at St. Pius. Because of the amount of work required in advanced placement and honors courses, students will be allowed to take only 2 or 3 such courses in a given year. Students who wish to enroll in more than 3 honors or AP courses must receive permission from the school's administration. An AP course cannot take the place of lunch. Students enrolled in AP courses may be required to complete summer assignments prior to the beginning of the course in order to be able to cover the entire curriculum. These assignments may be included in computing the student's course grade. AP courses carry a weighted grade point for purposes of computing a student's grade point average at St. Pius. Here at St. Pius, the advanced placement AP and honors courses are on a 5-point grade system. A equals 5, B equals 4, C equals 3, D equals 2, F equals 0, and no credit. Colleges and universities have their own guidelines for assigning weighted grades, so AP courses may or may not be weighted when evaluated for admissions by these post-secondary institutions. Students entering their sophomore year may enroll in the College Board's AP Capstone program. Students who participate in the 2-year-long courses, AP Seminar and AP Research, and take a minimum of 4 additional AP classes and receive a 3 or better on the exams are eligible to earn the AP Capstone Diploma. Both of these courses are cross-curricular and allow the student to develop skills that use their entire learning experience. Both classes will be elective classes and are not tied to one department. Dropping advanced placement courses. It is important that the student and parents weigh the decision to enroll in an advanced placement course carefully before making the commitment. Once a student and parent have signed the commitment contract and are enrolled in an AP course, the student cannot drop that course without the administration's permission. A student will only be allowed to drop if the principal determines that there was an extenuating circumstance to justify the drop. Please visit St. Pius's website under the Academics tab for additional information on AP courses. You can also visit with your guidance counselor if you have any questions on AP courses at SPX.
Hello and welcome to the AP virtual presentation. I'm going to briefly speak about logistics concerning AP exams. Currently, the fee for advanced placement tests is $95 for each exam taken. Exam ordering deadlines are in the fall, and so students enrolled in AP classes at SPX are required to take the exam. Student payment for exams will be added to their family's fax account to streamline the payment process. AP exam information will be placed on PLUS portals. However, AP exams are scheduled by the College Board the first 2 weeks of May. Therefore, to plan ahead, you'll need to look at your students' sports and activities calendar for dates during the first 2 weeks in May. This is to ensure that there are no conflicts with test dates. If a student must take a test late, other than the scheduled test date, there'll be an additional $40 fee for late tests. The AP test schedule will be posted on PLUS portals with specific dates and times. For those students in AP classes this year, The start date for AP exams is Monday, May the 3rd, 2021, and ends Friday, May 14th, 2021. I will be sending out additional information as time gets closer. If you're curious about advanced placement, such as exams and course information, you may go to the College Board website, www.collegeboard.org. You may also contact me through email. Any further questions? My email is posted on PLUS portals. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bob Willits. I'm the art teacher at St. Pius, and I'm here to talk to you about 3 AP classes that we offer in the arts, or at least in the visual arts. The first one would be AP Art History, and that's basically the study of art history from Paleolithic times to modern times. And it deals with the idea of connecting art to historical periods and obviously the artists that are most highly represented in those periods would be studied. Okay. It connects culture, history, with the visual arts and, painting, architecture, sculpture, things like that. Okay. I taught art history at a small Catholic college for 15 years. I taught all their art history classes, so I have a lot of experience in teaching art history. My master's degree is in humanities, so I have no problem teaching the AP art history class. Okay, the books we would use, it would be a textbook, either Gardner's Art Through the Ages or H.W. Jansen's History of Art. Okay, the next class that we teach, and I'm teaching it this semester, actually this year, is AP Drawing. It used to be called AP Studio. It's called AP Studio or Drawing now. Okay, and that's pretty much a studio class where the students are doing mostly painting and or drawing or combinations thereof. Okay, and what it consists of is the students creating a body of work or a portfolio to submit at the end of May for college credit. And they're going to be judged on their technique, their technical skills, originality, and originality is really important. Their idea, what they call the big idea, or creating a theme or a series that has some kind of connectivity, and basically their knowledge of art principles and media. Okay. The other class we offer is 2D design, and the criteria is pretty much the same as AP Studio, except the materials would be more have an emphasis on maybe computer graphics or computer generated art, printmaking, photography, and things that designers and commercial artists might use versus a fine arts painter or drawer. Okay, so basically those are the classes. With the studio classes, I walk them through the classes. Like I said, right now we have 13 students taking the AP drawing, and a couple of them taking the 2D design. And at this point in time, they're all doing quite well. So I think we're pretty well prepared if students want to take any of these classes. Okay. Again, any questions you have for me, you can just email me at XPX. Okay, SPX. And again, my name is Bob Willits. Okay, thanks.
Good evening. My name is Joanne Garcia. I'm the AP Biology teacher here at St. Pius. I also teach regular biology, and so I may have already had some of you in my regular bio class. I am excited to have you again in AP Bio, and so I hope you're really strongly considering taking this course with me next year. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about general AP Bio information, and then a few things about what you can expect if you take this course with me next year. AP Bio really builds on the skills and the knowledge that you learned in your regular bio class. We're going to take that information, we're going to go a little bit deeper with that information. This course focuses a lot on enduring understanding of concepts, not so much memorization and factual recall. What that means is that we're going to learn these big ideas and these big concepts, and then you're going to be able to use and apply that knowledge to many different areas in biology. This is an inquiry-based course, and what that means is that we're really going to build and develop your reasoning skills. You're going to be able to look at data that you may not be familiar with and be able to analyze and interpret what that data is telling you. In AP Bio, we conduct several labs. It's very hands-on. This is a very hands-on, very interactive course. We do a lot of labs as well as work through a lot of case studies so that we're able to actually tie the material that we're learning in class to some hands-on activities and to real-life applications, real-life scenarios where this information is used in the field of biology. This course is going to cover material that's equivalent to basically a first-year college biology course. And so we're going to start with the very small end of things. We'll do our first unit is going to be on the chemistry of life. So we're going to study very, very small molecules, and we're going to work all the way up to finishing with evolution and ecology. Everything in between of cell and molecular biology, as well as a little bit of genetics. So we cover a lot of different areas in biology, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth than you did in regular biology. The exam for this course consists of both multiple choice and free response questions. So typically it is half of the test is based on your multiple choice answers. The other half of your score is based off of the free response answers that you give. Throughout the year, we do practice taking exams, and we become very familiar with these type of questions. So we practice a lot of multiple choice questions. We go through many, many, many free response questions so that by the time May rolls around, you're very familiar with the type of wording that they use on these tests and the type of responses that they're looking for when they use specific keywords. And so you'll be very good at dissecting and analyzing these questions and understanding what it is that they are actually asking you to answer. Additionally, this course does have a summer assignment requirement. And so as we get closer to summer, I will share more information with you about that. There is also required participation in our science symposium, and that happens every year, usually in the spring semester. So we have really the whole year to build your project. And so what that requires is for you to design, to conduct, and to collect data for evaluation. And then you're going to analyze your data and give a presentation. That's usually going to be in the form of a poster presentation. So we're going to lay out your data and all your information on a poster, similar to what you would do at a college level science project and science presentation. And so that's part of this course too. So that's pretty much the basics of this course. I look forward to answering any questions that you might have, and I really hope to see you in my classroom in the fall in AP Bio. Have a great evening. Thank you so much.
Hello, this is the video for AP Calculus for AP Night at St. Pius. I should state first, this course is open to those who have taken the junior level honors pre-calculus at St. Pius. It is not open to just anyone. So the prerequisite for this course is honors pre-calculus. Quick story to start. I coach academic decathlon here at St. Pius for many years, and one of my absolutely fantastic speech people one year who won awards at the state and national levels, her first name was Liz. Years after she graduated, I just happened to run into her at a grocery store. And I said, "Oh, Liz, it's been years since I've seen you. How's everything going?" And so on. And we had a conversation for a few minutes. And I asked how she was and so on. And she said she had a master's degree in anthropology from UNM. I said, "Well, what has that gotten her?" She is unemployed. But she found a program at UNM, a 2-year program at UNM that was heavy in mathematics, specifically designed for actuarial type sciences. And what she had gotten herself into that program, and she was very happy because 100% of the people who graduated with this advanced math out of college, this program, were employed immediately out of college with an average salary of $65,000 a year. Why? Because most people can't do the advanced math. That's why it's very advantageous for you to have. And she kept drilling me. Tell them, Mr. Penn, tell them it's math. You need math. She was a C and D student in math here at St. Pius, but gradually she realized, hey, I need that math to get my career. Why take AP Calculus? Calculus is required for engineering and most science majors across the country. And of course, having advanced math often leads to more career paths and opportunities than you would have without it. This is what I found this year, the year this is being recorded in 2020, US News, the list of the 10 highest paying college majors. Well, guess what? Every single one of them is engineering, and every one of those requires calculus for you to achieve that major. Calculus at St. Pius, the prerequisite again for this course is the junior level honors pre-calculus. You have to have a high enough grade and recommendation to go on to AP Calculus. AP Calculus here at St. Pius is not a watered down version of calculus. It is not calculus at a liberal arts school. It is the real deal. It is calculus as it would be taught at a science and engineering school. It is a rigorous course. If you have a whole lot of activities, if you have a whole lot of AP courses, sometimes you can fall behind in this course. Be careful. If you're a multi-sport athlete, if you're a person who spends 30 or 40 hours a week playing video games and cannot kick that habit, many of those people fall behind and get themselves to a point where they might not even pass the course. Some of these people do okay, but you have to be able to budget your time and to devote enough time to this course to do well with it. A graphing calculator is required for this course because the folks who write the national exam make 1/3 of it not undoable unless you have a graphing calculator. 2/3 of the national exam is no calculator whatsoever, but 1/3 of it, you must have a graphing calculator or you will not be able to answer the questions. There are two different courses. Calculus AB is the College Board's version of Calculus 1 only. Calculus BC is both Calculus 1 and Calculus 2. The way these courses operate at Pius, the difficulty of the tests in each course is about the same. The only big difference is Calculus BC, if you're taking both Calculus 1 and Calculus 2, we have to cover the material at a more rapid pace to get through all the material. The best way to judge the effectiveness of these courses is to talk with St. Pius graduates who have taken AP Calculus here at St. Pius. Unfortunately, this year, the COVID-19 year, we can't have the graduates come back on campus and talk to everybody about their experiences in college. But when they do, if you get someone who's taken AP Calculus here, they will tell you many of the things that are listed right here on your screen. It's an easy course after having taken AP Calculus here at Pius. Calculus is easy in college. Sometimes they tell me they don't even bother showing up for class except for the tests because they've been prepared so well. So once again, the prerequisite for this course is honors pre-calculus. If you have not taken that course, you are not able to sign up for AP Calculus as a senior. Other than that, those of you who are in honors pre-calculus, love to see you next year. Hope that I am able to prepare you for calculus in college.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Ball. I teach AP Chemistry at St. Pius X High School. I'm making this video today just to tell you a little bit about the class in case you might be interested in taking it next fall. First of all, the basic requirements to get into the course. You have to have taken the regular chemistry course and received a grade of B or higher. You possibly could have taken the course during the regular academic year, or also you might have taken it during summer school when we offer it then. Another requirement is that you have a grade of B or higher in pre-calculus or the honors pre-calculus course. As far as what the course itself covers, there are various topics from kinetics to thermodynamics, equilibrium, electrochemistry. We also, of course, talk about solutions, acids and bases, and if time permits, we spend some time on nuclear and organic chemistry. The way I like to explain the course to people is we take pretty much everything you do in a regular chemistry course and we go farther, go more in depth with that material. One of the things that AP Chemistry students are required to do is to make themselves available to provide tutoring to students that are in the regular chemistry courses and also to students that are in the Principles of Chemistry courses. My thinking behind this is that if the students are doing well enough to take AP Chemistry, then they can give back, they can help students in the regular and Principles of Chemistry courses. The hours that they might put in for this tutoring does count toward their service hours. Other things to consider, we do have very in-depth labs. The labs that we complete typically take around 90 to 100 minutes, so typically they're split over 2 class days. Also, another way that we get in the extra time, students may be required to come in early on lab days, before school in other words, so that we have enough time to complete the labs. This course can be very helpful if you're considering careers in the engineering field, medical field, or honestly any science-related career path. This course will be very helpful to you. There's an AP exam to take in May. It is mandatory that all students take the AP exam. We do various prep questions, activities, and go through various preparatory materials during the year to help students get prepared for the exam before it comes in May. I thank you for your time, and if you have any other questions regarding the course, please don't hesitate to email.
Hello, my name is Diana Perea, and I'm here to talk to you about AP Computer Science, just to give you a brief description of what the course is, what it's all about. A little bit of information about myself. I have a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, almost had a master's in computer engineering. I love teaching computer science and programming. I think it's a really fun course, and so let me just give you a little bit of information to help you decide if this is a class you would like to take. AP Computer Science requires people to be creative. You're going to take problems, program to try to come up with some solutions. So it's not just about coming up with answers, but creative ways to come up with answers. What is AP Computer Science? What it's about, programming and problem solving using the Java language. Java is a very common language that I will talk about here in just a minute. The goal of the class is to develop skills for future study or careers in computer science or other STEM fields. And it's not just STEM fields. I mean, there's animation, computer programming, dentists, doctors, artists, farmers. There's all kinds of careers that involve computer programming. There is a course, a test at the end of the year that you will have to take. It involves multiple choice and free response questions. What does a course cover? So you're going to work on algorithms. So algorithms are steps that you take to solve a problem. It's just kind of like steps, like if you're getting ready in the morning. It's just some set of steps that you always take. And some of you may have an efficient way of doing that. Programming, you're going to collaborate with others, work by yourself to develop programs. And all of this course is hands-on. So you're going to be working on a computer, writing code, testing your code, and solving problems to accomplish a task. What can your future look like with a computer science class or degree? Or just taking a computer science class? There's some, different careers you could get into or get involved with. But some of you see this dentist here, you're thinking, well, why would a dentist need to know computer programming? People that invent or create an Invisalign, they need to program the changes that your teeth are going to go through when you have the mouthpieces to straighten your teeth. Dentist would have to design this and work with a programmer, or you could do both, to come up with a solution on how to do that. A surgeon, I talked to a student that is a brain surgeon that went to St. Pius, and you're thinking, well, why would a computer science, you need to know how to program if you're a surgeon. And what he is doing is he's using robotics for surgery. So he has to not necessarily write the code, but he has to work with a computer programmer to figure out how you can move these instruments to be able to perform brain surgery very accurately. If you have more questions, go ahead and go to the AP website. I would recommend that you should have completed Algebra 2 to take this class. Talk to your counselor if you would like to take the class or fill out the forms, and then recruit a friend to take the class. It's really more fun if you take this class with somebody. A couple of frequently asked questions: can I take the course if I have no programming experience? And the answer is yes. It's the class is designed for students that have no experience programming. What is Java? Java is a widely used object-oriented programming language, and we'll talk about that when you take the course. From laptops to data centers, game consoles to scientific computers, scientific supercomputers, cell phones to the internet. Java is for everyone. It's just everywhere. What if I would like more information? Contact me at dperrea@spxabq.org, and I would like to, and I would be happy to provide more information. Create the future. Programmers have really changed how we do things. Just your cell phone alone, everything's involved in a cell phone. You've got your camera, you do texting, you have your phone. I mean, and it took computer programs to design that. So hope you seriously consider taking the course. Thank you.
Hello, St. Pius community. This is Mrs. Green, and I teach AP Environmental Science, or APES for short. This was my major in college, so I'm very passionate about the topic, and I hope I bring that passion to the classroom as well. It's a very comprehensive AP course in that it pulls together all the science that you've had so far, as well as English, math, and history as well. With regard to English, of course, we do a great deal of reading and writing. With math, we're always organizing, collecting, evaluating data, whether it's from our labs or fieldwork or case studies that we're learning about. We're evaluating graphs and trying to make predictions based on information. With regard to history, we're looking at geography, changing populations, environmental law, and economics as well. So you can see that there is a great deal of subject matter that we cover and integrate all together all at once. It's not necessarily a very difficult class as far as the subject matter. It's just a lot of information all at once to have to parse through, organize, and make meaning out of. So in order to be successful in APES, think about the fact that you really need to be self-motivated, self-disciplined. Stay on top of the work. It's too easy to get behind and have it snowball on you. In a normal year, we would have guest speakers. We'd take a couple of field trips. There is the SPX Science Symposium that you would have to participate in, assuming we're in classes. You don't necessarily have to do original self-designed science projects. Don't think science fair. Think more like a research poster presentation. You're doing research on a particular topic. You're gathering different data, parsing the data together and see if it's making any new meaning, and then reporting that out. So it's not necessarily all that difficult, but it requires some time in order to do the research and make meaning out of it. The exam at the end of the year is about an hour and a half worth of multiple choice questions, and then about another hour and a half of essays or free response questions, which involve being able to read about a particular problem, show that you can understand why it's a problem, and potentially pose some solutions to that problem. Sometimes the FRQs would be in a format that has to do with experimental design. Sometimes there's some math involved, and then other times it's just knowing your case studies. So like I said, I think it's a very important class for your future, in that these are issues that you're going to be facing. Whether or not you major in a science course or not, these are issues that are going to be real to you in your lifetime. So I hope that you're interested in possibly taking this class, and I'll look forward to seeing you. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Dan Kappelman. It's been my privilege to teach AP US Government and Politics here at St. Pius each of the last 21 years. U.S. history is called APUSH for short. Well, this is AP GOPO. It's a course for seniors. Economics is part of the course, but it is not taught at the AP level, but at grade level. You must take the national exam to earn credit for the course. Admission to the class is by Social Studies Department approval based on several qualifying factors, including, but not limited to, GPA and recommendation from your 11th grade social studies teacher. Students must want a challenge, be willing to work hard, and be self-motivated and self-directed learners. Display the highest level of responsibility and maturity. A great deal of college-level reading will be assigned. As in college, a significant amount will not be covered in class, but will be tested. If you're currently enrolled in APUSH and performing well, I would encourage you to apply for AP GOPO. Essays are 50% of the national exam. I have been privileged to participate in the scoring of the national exam essays 14 different years. So while I can't tell you what's going to be asked on the essays, I can tell you exactly how they'll be scored. I hope you will apply. I look forward to your application, and please contact me if you have any further questions. Thank you.
Hello, families and students. My name is Mr. Albonico. I may have taught some of you guys for New Mexico history during your sophomore years, or maybe English. But another class I teach is the AP Language and Composition course, which is open to seniors at St. Pius. And this course takes as its focus the skills and content that usually are part of a first-year writing course or English class in the university level. And what that means basically is we focus on rhetorical analysis and argumentative writing. So rhetorical analysis means we are mostly going to be reading nonfiction texts, and we'll look at essays and letters and speeches written by people in the past in different historical periods and places, and try to understand how they use language to persuade their audience of their viewpoint or accomplish what their purpose is. We'll also focus on essay writing quite a bit. The AP Lang exam asks you to write 3 different essays in the space of about 2 hours, so it's pretty challenging. And we'll work a lot on argumentative essay writing and the skills associated with that. We will study some literature. We'll read Hamlet and Dante's Inferno and some of the major kind of landmarks of world literature. The summer reading also includes some literature. You'll read a novel over the summer, a nonfiction title as well that's paired with that, and then a primer or a short handbook on rhetoric to prepare us for some of that work. And I think it's a really fun class to take for an English class that you earn AP credit for it. I think it's very skills-based, so there's not a lot of the memorization or heavy content as some of the other AP classes. So I think it's a very, it's a different AP class in that sense. So I enjoy teaching it, and if you want to be part of it, contact me. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you very much.
Hi, folks. My name is Keith Jordan. I'm the band director and the orchestra director at St. Pius X High School. I have to say that I've been at 4 or 5 other schools, and I love St. Pius. One of my favorite places I've ever been. Great kids, great parents, great staff, really great AP courses. And I would like to invite you to look at the AP Music Theory class and join our class for next year, the 21-22 class. I'm really excited about AP Music Theory. I love the course, love the kids. It studies the classical music period from about 1650 until about 1800, and you can argue those dates a little bit, but I mean they're fairly close. It's called the classical music period, and they're the syntax rules for music theory. Okay, and I want to try and keep this short, so I want to show you the book that we use. Sorry, I know I'm bouncing you around. All right, Musician's Guide to Theory and Analysis, and we use the Clendon and Marvin book. This is a college course book. It is used in Florida, Florida State, Eastman School of Music, New York. Different schools all over the country actually use the Musician's Guide to Theory and Analysis. There's an ebook. This is an online course, so the kids are online, so they can do their work online, which I think is a big advantage for the technology kids that we have today, because they're usually pretty good at this kind of thing. Very quickly, ebook, 40 chapters. We won't go through them all. It'll take way too long. It's an interactive online textbook. Okay. These are tutorials, and they go through all the chapters, and they have kind of a movie, I guess you could say, and it's a tutorial about what you're studying in the chapter. Show it. These are inquisitives. Kids take quizzes on the chapters. I actually love the inquisitives. They're fun. They're kind of like a computer game. They're kind of fun to do. The kids like them too. Workbook. Kids don't like these, but this is just like every other workbook in every other class. There are workbook sets for every single chapter, and I try and keep those to a minimum, whatever they need to actually do it, usually 7. And you have to understand, in typical chapter, 7 is not bad. Yeah, normally if you look there's about 15, and that's typical. Okay, so I keep them to about half of that. Okay. I did workbook, sorry. I'm going fast. Playlists. This is for all the music theory that they're studying, and this is just playlists, classical and anthology playlists. Okay? And obviously there's grades for me. There's a whole bunch of instructor resources and tests and things like that. So just trying to make sure that you get a very quick overview of what music theory is like. Completely online. Every kid has a subscription. They can do it at home. They can do it with me. Okay? All right. So we're going to take a short trip. Sorry. All right. God bless you guys. God bless your families. Keep you safe during the pandemic and all the things that are going on. We pray for you daily, and we thank you for being at St. Pius. Great school, great kids. Love my job. And I hope to see you at Music Theory next year. We'll have fun. Okay? God bless you guys.
Hi, my name is Dr. Diane Layson, and I teach AP Psychology here at St. Pius. It's an absolutely fascinating course, and I really love teaching it, and I'm sure that you would love to take this course too. To just state it very briefly, the AP Psychology course introduces students to the systematic and scientific study of human behavior and mental processes. While considering the psychologists and studies that have shaped the field, students explore and apply psychological theorists to key concepts and phenomena. Now, what are the units that I teach? I teach all kinds of things, so I start with the history of psychology. How did early man view behavior? How did early man view disordered behavior? We also look at perspectives in order to help us understand ourselves and others a little bit better. I do a unit on research methods. We look at what a case study is. We look at what a longitudinal method is, a cross-sectional method. We look at the brain and how the brain determines behavior, or should I say how the brain influences behavior. We also look at sensation and perception. We look at parts of the eye, parts of the ear, and we look at how does our perception become our reality. We look at dreams. What are dreams? How can we analyze dreams? You're going to learn theories that will help you to look at your own dreams and analyze your own dreams a little bit better. You'll be keeping a dream journal also in order to do this. We're going to do a unit on learning. What is classical conditioning? What is operant conditioning? Who is Ivan Pavlov? Have you ever heard of Ivan Pavlov and Pavlov's dogs? Well, you're going to know all about that. We're going to look at a unit on cognition and memory. How many items can we hold in our short-term memory? Anyone know? We're going to look at long-term memory. We're going to look at types of amnesia, all of those things. We're going to look at theories around motivation, emotion, stress, substance use. We're going to look at developmental psychology. What is the world of the neonate, the newborn, the child, the adolescent? How different are we? We're going to look at the social aspects, the physical aspects, the cognitive aspects. We're going to look at theories of personality. We're going to look at abnormal behaviors. And when I say look at, we're going to study abnormal behaviors, the signs, the symptoms, the treatments for abnormal behaviors, how abnormal behaviors affect an individual, affect the family, and affect society. So we're going to look at all of that. Last but not least, we're going to study social psychology. What is mob behavior? What are some of the experiments in social psychology? The Milgram experiment, for example. So we're going to study all kinds of things. You are going to learn all kinds of things this year. It should be very fascinating. And how do I teach this? Well, I teach it using a mixture of didactic and experiential activities. So I do lectures, I do mini lectures, and then you're going to do all kinds of fun activities once you have learned some of the material. I give personality tests. And what else are we going to do? Experiments. We're going to maybe look at real brains. We're going to try to look at the different parts of the brain. Where's the frontal lobe? Where's the occipital lobe? All the areas of the brain, because the brain does influence behavior. So I also bring in guest speakers. One year I brought in a child psychologist. And again, I bring in an individual who brings in the brains for us to examine. So this is an excellent course. You will learn a lot. You will learn a lot about people. You will learn a lot about yourself. There's nothing really more fascinating than the human organism. I hope you take my course. If you're interested, please feel free to contact me if you have further questions. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Susie Sanchez, and I am the current instructor for the AP Seminar class. The AP Seminar class is the first of 2 required classes that students must take if they wish to earn the AP Capstone Diploma program. They take the 2 required classes and 4 additional AP classes of their choice and earn a 3 or better on all 6 of them in order to earn the AP Capstone Diploma. The research class is just what it says. They learn to hunt for sources that are viable. What sources do they need that work really well with their topics? How can they synthesize them? How do they cite them? So they're learning a lot of different skills just getting through their papers. And then they take those papers and they transfer them to presentations. There are group presentations and individual presentations, and they learn, what does the audience need? How do they create slides that are appealing and that make people want to listen to their topic and buy into the topic that they are using. So there are a lot of skills that they are going through in order to reach, that help them in college, that help them with upper level classes. These are all skills that are necessary for workplaces. This is a class that is available to rising sophomores and rising juniors because they do need time to take that next AP Research required class and then the additional 4 AP classes. I have no prerequisites for this class. However, it is limited enrollment, so they need to sign up through their counselor when they do registration. They can see me if they have questions. They can email me. I can set up a Google Meet if they're interested, or I can do it with the parents and the students if somebody's interested. I'm happy to do that. But it is a fun class. We get to apply topics that are real world, and I think students really like that because they can identify with it. Anyway, if you are interested, sign up, let me know, and I'm happy to clarify any questions you have. Thank you so much.
Hello, St. Pius community. This is Mrs. Green, and I teach AP Research. It's the second year of a 2-year program that works towards the AP Capstone Diploma. The first year, of course, being with Ms. Sanchez in AP Seminar. Once completing AP Seminar and moving on to AP Research, students will be working on developing original research. By the end of the year, the deliverable to the College Board will be a research paper that's about 4,000 to 5,000 words in length. Students will also need to make a 12 to 15 minute oral presentation in front of a panel of about 3 professionals, and that 12 to 15 minute time frame will also include some question and answer period. But students should feel quite confident about that presentation by the end of the year because they will have been working on this research for most of the year, and they'll know the questions that could possibly be asked of them ahead of time, and they will have written a very good paper on their topic, so they should feel quite confident about the presentation. But to back up, how is AP Research different from AP Seminar? Well, AP Seminar is really the foundation for what the students are going to be doing in AP Research. At the beginning of the year, the students are picking a couple of different topics they might be interested in pursuing in more depth. Kind of an overview of the scholarly works that are available to them, which topic might be really doable in the course of less than a year. And then once a student has chosen their topic, they spend a good deal of time on an in-depth literature review to identify a gap in the body of knowledge that they're contributing to. Remember, this is an original work, an original question that students are working on. Along with that, students are also trying to develop a method for their research, a method for gathering data for information. Sometimes that could be a standardized method that's used within the context that they're working in, but most likely it would at least need to be tweaked so that students can get this done in the course of less than a year. Sometimes the methods are an original design by the students. But students go on to follow their method, gather information, gather data, organize it, analyze it, make sense of it, and then write about how it fits in the context of the body of knowledge that they're working in, and then offer some conclusions about how this information could be used in the community that they're contributing to. So it's really fantastic that the students get to use, they get to choose their own topic matter and dig deep on their, so it could be anything. It doesn't have to be science. Just because I'm in the science department doesn't mean that students' research needs to be done in science. It could be any field that they might be interested in pursuing. So if you have any questions about the course and what it involves, if you'd like more detail, please feel free to email me or call me. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have, and I look forward to talking with you. Take good care. Bye-bye.
Buenos días, me llamo señor Juan de Dios Baca y yo soy el maestro de español AP. I am here to give you some information about the class. A few facts about Spanish is, at this point, Spanish is now the second most spoken language in the world. And of course, studies and projections indicate that the use of the Spanish language, or the being bilingual, is going to help in many opportunities for students to advance, and they are actually given more of an opportunity for different positions in life because of the use of the second language. The class consists of 5 components. There's a listening, a speaking, a reading, a writing, and there's a cultural component. And within that cultural component, there are 6 themes. A, technology and science. B, social issues and global challenges. Aesthetic and beauty is C. D is family and community. E is contemporary life. And F, personal and public identities, which means to say that one of these, all of these themes are covered during the class, and any one of these themes could be covered on the AP exam itself. There is a literature and grammar based component to the exam and to the class itself. The vocabulary is very academic. It's level university. So the students will be introduced to a more academic use of the vocabulary in the Spanish language. If students score a 4 or 5 at many university across the nation, they will be granted 12 hours of Spanish credit before they enter the university as freshmen. If they score a 3, they will be granted 6 hours of university credit. They can also CLEP out. Let's say that for some reason they had a bad test. They can also CLEP out, and the CLEP will possibly put them into a junior level class anyway, because of the class itself and the rigor of the class. As I mentioned, the components of the test itself is there are 2 writing components. They write a 200-word essay, and then they have a shorter essay, which is 125. And this is based on, as I mentioned, those themes that I had previously mentioned to you. There are two speaking components. One is where it's a conversation between the student and a person that is articulating some, let's say, they're discussing a party, or they're discussing a situation that has to do with maybe the environment. And so the student talks for 20 seconds, and then the person on the other end talks for 20, and they do 5 of these. And then they also have a 2-minute presentation orally, and they have time to prepare for it. The reading consists of several texts. They might have anywhere from 4 to 5, depending on the year. They might have to read an advertisement, a literary text, an article and chart, or a letter, and then they have to answer questions. So they will have to read at least 4 or 5 different texts with 4 or 5 different questions. And the listening part of the test is spontaneous speaking, where they will be asked to study a theme, and on this theme they are going to present their own view, and they have like 2 or 3 minutes to present. It is a very rigorous course. The class itself is probably more rigorous than the actual AP exam. So I would strongly recommend and advise that your child sign up for the AP class for this coming year. Thank you for listening to me.
Hi, my name is Diana Perea, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about AP Statistics, what the class is about. AP Statistics is probably the most used math in the world, more than any other math that you've taken. You know, some people think, well, calculus might be the, most common, or algebra. Actually, statistics is used by every single discipline, basically. Medical researchers use statistics to show whether a drug is effective, while businesses use statistics to predict consumer behavior. I mean, you guys get on the internet, or students get on the internet, or parents, and, their search engines are things that look to see what you're buying. And you probably notice that you get advertisements for that. So they always want to market or provide information to people that they might be interested in. And so that's all data that statisticians take, and they analyze that data. Politicians use statistics to acquire key information about the public who ultimately elects them. Insurance companies base their entire business plans on data, such as causes of automobile accidents and probabilities of natural catastrophes like hurricanes and earthquakes. They collect that data to see how they can make buildings safer, or maybe even, predict when they're going to happen, or what kind of damage might be, what might come from that. Many college majors also require students to complete a class in statistics for a 4-year degree. What you're going to learn in the class is you're going to collect data, you're going to analyze data. What does it mean, like, for the average income in a certain city, a certain part of a city? Also, you are going to get data to synthesize, to simulate things in the future, maybe. And what does this data mean? And most of you, if you do take or decide to go in for a master's or a doctorate degree, you will have to do some research, and you will have to collect data and analyze data. Many students have mentioned that taking stats in high school really, really helped them when they were in college. Other students struggled with the class because it is something very different from other math classes you've taken. And they're really glad that they took it in high school, because it does really help them in college. It's, they say they pretty much ace the class because they're so familiar with the class. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Again, my name is Diana Perea. My email address is dperea@spxabq.org if you have any questions. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to AP Parent Night. I am thrilled that you and your student are interested in taking AP US History. I figured the best way to give you some sort of introduction into this class is to first introduce myself. My name is Elisa Mocktinger, and I will be your student's AP US History teacher. And I really don't want to take up too much of your time. And so I thought I would just give you a small intro into what the class is and what's expected. And so first and foremost, this is a survey class, which means we will do pre-colonization to pretty much through the Obama administration. And this class counts for 6 college credits, which is a lot more than most AP classes count for. That's a full year of college, which is awesome. It requires a lot of reading. We do a lot of class discussions, and you'll have one summer assignment, which is just the reading of 3 chapters over the summer. And really what you get out of this class is more than just here is history. You come out of this class so much of a better writer than you came in with, because the exam at the end of the year is not based off of, yes, there are 55 questions that are multiple choice, but the rest of the exam that you take in May is all writing. And so you come out of this class a much better writer than when you went in. Another really cool part of this class is there are no prerequisites to join the class. If you want to challenge yourself, you are welcome to challenge yourself in this class. And I thoroughly hope that you want to take on the challenge of AP US History. My only requirement is that you are willing to take on the challenge, and that you want to become a better student. And I promise you that I will meet you halfway in that. And so you will gain writing skills, you will gain analytical skills, you will gain historical thinking skills that will carry you beyond just high school and into college. And so I will promise you that it will be hard, but I will also promise you that it will be worth it. So if this is something that you possibly think you might be interested in doing, please fill out the forms that will be available to you. And I look forward to working with you next year. And we will have a lot of challenges together, but we will have a lot of fun, a lot of debates, and a lot of fantastic discussions about all things history in the coming year. So hopefully I will see you soon, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the 3rd semester or 3rd quarter, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.